Hello, electric cyclists. I'm Robert Berrio. Welcome to my channel. 2 years ago, I published a video on how to flip a heavy electric bike upside down, even if you don't have a lot of physical strength. But since then, I figured out another way to accomplish this with less risk of losing your grip on the bike and dropping it. Let's start with the original video and we'll follow with the new trick. How does a person who isn't young and strong turn a heavy electric bike upside down without hurting their back or other parts of their precious body? Hold on, I might have an answer for you. Often, when you're servicing your e-bike, you have to flip it on its backside in order to be able to turn the pedals or the wheels. The risk of hurting yourself is even more acute with the heavier ones. Some e-bikes, like the red Rover Fat Bike, weigh as much as 70 pounds, and some even more. Oh, if you're not a young bodybuilder, you might not be able to accomplish that as flawlessly as Dave here does. He makes flipping over his 73-pound backhoe look as easy as pie. Here's a trick I found on YouTube. You apply the rear brake and flip the bike over backward until it sits upside down on its seat and handlebars. You might try this trick, but you risk damaging the fender, and if you're not strong and agile, you still risk hurting yourself. So I've developed this not very elegant but simple and easy way of doing it. Start by protecting the controls on the handlebars so they don't get damaged. One guy on YouTube carries two little blocks that he places onto the ends of the handlebars to act as spacers. If you have adjustable handlebars like on the Pedigo, it's simply a matter of twisting the mirror out of the way, unlatching the clamp, and turning the handlebars upwards so the bike is supported on the ends of the handle grips. This video was complete and I was ready to post it to YouTube when I discovered a tool for protecting the handlebars when working on an upside down bike. It's called handlebar jacks. In the description, I'm providing you the YouTube link to the Bolton e-bikes review of the product. Now for my method. If possible, find a surface that won't scratch your bike, like a grassy lawn or a thick piece of corrugated cardboard. And now, just observe how an old geezer with limited physical strength can get this done. Now I'll show you the new and improved method. I'll start by showing you a different way of protecting the accessories on the handlebar by flipping the handlebar up. This works for a curved handlebar, or what you might call swept-backed handlebar. For a straight handlebar, you'll have to use blocks or something else. I'll show you how to protect the ends of the handlebar and the back end of the bike in case you have to work on a hard, rough surface like gravel, asphalt, or concrete. In the way of protective equipment, you'll need a large rag and a bungee cord and two small rags and elastic bands, as well as a 6mm hex wrench or Allen key. We'll start by attaching a small rag at the end of each handlebar with the elastic bands. Next, we'll attach the rag to the rack using the bungee cord. Now we're going to lower the seat or remove it completely. Next, with the use of the 6mm hex wrench, we're going to loosen the handlebar. There are 4 bolts holding the handlebar onto the stem, but we only need to loosen 2 of the most accessible ones. I cheated and untightened them before starting this demonstration. Now we flip up the handlebar and retighten the bolts. This will prevent the handlebars from flipping back into their normal position once there is weight on them. I moved the mirror out of the way, and now the brake lever has to be moved out of harm's way. With the same 6mm Allen key, I loosen the bolt, I push the lever forward and tighten the bolt again. I grab the bike by the right hand grip and the seat. I lower the bike down to the ground on the side opposite the derailleur, and then I make sure that the front wheel stays straight. The idea is to grab the front wheel firmly with both hands and to lift up straight, making sure that the front wheel stays straight. Now the bike has 3 points of support: the 2 ends of the handlebar and the rack. To turn the bike upright again, we just do the inverse. Now we'll set everything back the way it was. Note that with the old method, I was lifting the bike with a hand on each wheel. The problem with this is that the front wheel can turn while lifting the bike and make you lose control. With the new method, you have much better control over the front wheel. The back end of the bike just follows if you keep the front wheel straight. If your bike doesn't have a rack but has a fender, you'll have to use the seat as your third point of support, which won't be as stable because the points are closer together, but it might work well enough. If it has neither a rack nor a fender, the rear wheel could be used as the third point of support. That's all for this video. I hope it'll be useful for you. If you enjoyed this video, you could help my channel by giving it a like, or by writing a comment, or by subscribing if you haven't already done so. It's absolutely free. And if you'd like more information about electric bikes or bicycle touring or about bicycle travel trailers, go to my website, www.robertberrio.com. Thank you for watching, and remember, never quit cycling.